Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode in the 30-day video challenge. Whoa, I just turned my lights on. There we go. So today's video is actually going to be a double jig setup. Now, I've used the double jig in multiple other videos, but I just wanted to show you how to tie on the two jigs on one line, and I'm going to explain to you why it's such a great way to fish, especially for suspended crappie over brush piles. It's just such a great way to catch those slabs. Okay, I'm going to show you how to tie it up, and then we're going to start fishing. Okay, so to start, I'm going to take my two jigs here. Now, because I found that throughout this fall season, if I go up with my jig size and weight, I'm actually catching bigger fish. It usually means a bigger hook. These smaller crappie, they might hit the bait, but they won't actually inhale it or go on a full bite. So two jig sizes today, and they're different. 1/16, which I've used quite a bit, and a 1/8. Now, I've used it a little bit in some of my fall videos. I've used actually a quarter ounce weight in some of my fall videos as well. These bigger size weights usually are resulting more often in bigger crappie. So I'm trying to weed out those smaller crappie. And when you tie this on, you want to make sure your lighter weight is above your heavier weight, okay? So my 1/16 ounce is going to be further up the line than my 1/8 ounce weight. And the reason for that is you're going to get less tangles. If you have the lighter weight on the bottom, heavier weight on the top, that heavier weight's going to fall faster in the water, resulting in that lighter weight actually going above your heavier weight, more potential for it to get tangled in the line. So first thing you're going to do is put your lighter weight on the line, feed it through, and I'm going to put these about a foot to a foot and a half apart. The first one, you're just going to tie a simple loop knot. Actually, you're going to just do two simple loop knots. All you're going to do is get the hook like this, put the line together, pinch it together with both hands like that, and I leave about 1.5 to 2 inches kind of dangling right there. Now all you're going to do is you're going to flip the jig over that line that you have pinched. Oh, that's a little too many times. I would suggest 4, maybe 5 times at the most. Okay, then you can let go with your left hand here, and you're going to take your jig or your hook, and you see how I have a loop right here with my right hand, index finger and thumb. I'm going to put that hook right through that loop all the way through the jig head. And now that I have the loop all the way through the jig head, I'm going to grab the jig and I'm going to pinch the line with my left hand, both the tag end of the line and the line going back to my rod tip. I'm going to pinch those together and slowly slide them. Then I'm going to wet them, a little bit of saliva, and pull it tight. You don't want to yank it tight, you don't want to burn the knot. So that's the first one. So here's the second one, the 1/8. I'm only going to put it on about 4 inches up the line because that's going to leave me about 12 inches between these two jigs. So right about there should be good, something like that. So I'm going to do the same thing, pinch it with both hands, leave a little bit of slack so you can flip that jig head over your line a couple times, 3, 4 times, 5 times, something like that. And then you're going to put your hook through that loop you created with your right hand and slide it all the way over that jig head. Again, pinch with your left hand your tag end and your line going back to your rod, and then grab the jig head and pull opposite directions. Wet it a little bit and pull it snug. And then you got your excess line here. You're just going to clip that off. I leave about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. Okay, you don't got to clip it off right at the knot. You want to have a little bit of give to it just in case a bigger fish hits it, a bass, walleye, pike, something like that. So your hook's got your knot's got a little bit of give in case that bigger fish decides to take off with your line. The next thing you're going to do, now it's fall, okay? These fish are feeding on a lot of bait fish, so I'm going to use Minnow Patterns. This first one they're both Charlie Brewer crappie sliders. This one is a clear and gray, or it's a white and gray shad pattern, I guess. It's got a little bit of blue specks in it, some silver. And the top one, which was great, it's a little beaten up, but it'll work, that black and chartreuse. Now, the reason I'm using 2 different ones is I want to see what kind of colors or the color pattern these crappie are going to hit, okay? And a lot of times, if you use two different ones, they'll start hitting one bait over another more consistently. And when that happens, you can switch up and start using the same baits. So if they start hitting this clear and or this silver and white kind of swim bait right here, I'm gonna switch up and put two of these on, or put them on both hooks, because then it's gonna look like a school of these fish. So let's get set up. I'm gonna vertically jig here. All right, here we go. We are set up. Oh, let's turn this off, save some battery. And there are fish below me, so we're just gonna go straight down with this thing. Oh, there was a hit. Come on. There he is. Got him then. Oh no. I don't know which one they're hitting. Looks like it's a blackened chartreuse maybe. Right in front of me. There he is. Got him that time. Got him that time. Took a while. Holy smokes, he's not very big either. All right, so I switched it up. Caught that first one on this bottom jig, or this bottom swim bait style, so I put another one on, make it look kind of look like a school of fish here. If I can get back over them. There we go. Right below the boat. A lot of times if I get them right below the boat, they'll actually get scared and they'll go in front of the boat, so that's why I'm flipping it out, kind of letting it sink. Found a new spot to go that's not in the wind. The one side of this lake is absolutely getting torn up by wind, so we're gonna try this. If this doesn't work, I only got like 40 minutes left of light here, so if this doesn't work, we're out. Is my head cut off? My head's cut off. Do. Oh, there's fish right below the boat. Let's try it. It's not that deep either. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, something hit it. There we go. There he is. Not the big ones. Not the big ones. We came for the big ones, not the dinks. Come on, knock it off. It's odd that they hit the top one. Usually what happens when you're trolling it, they'll hit the back one because it's the easiest one to get. There he is. Dang it. Dinks. Dinks. So apparently I forgot to do an outro for this double jig setup, but yeah, so I've actually used this quite a bit, throwing two swim baits, either the Charlie Brewer crappie sliders, those 2-inch paddle tail swim baits, make it look like a school of minnows, or throw on the same type of jig tube, like a full body jig tube, those Pico scent rings that I've been using. I got some brush pile jigs in the mail, which will be in a separate video coming up hopefully soon. I'm in my new apartment. This month has been crazy busy for me, trying to do this 30-day challenge and then moving and everything. So I appreciate you watching so much. And then I noticed in the comments section below, a lot of you guys want me to post hunting videos because we are getting into the hunting season. I still haven't decided what to do on that. I'm leaning towards just making another channel because I know the platform we post on is not a huge fan of hunting videos, and I don't want my entire platform demonetized because I do rely on it to, pay for gas for the boat and stuff like that. So yeah, appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and share the video, and then comment below if you want to see the triple jig setup. I think I've done 1 or 2 videos on the triple jig setup, so comment below if you want to see that one next. I'll go ahead and film it this week. If I see enough comments saying, yeah, you want to see that, And then I might try doing like a modified rig with like three jigs. The most I can have is 3 jigs, so don't try to go for like a 4 jig challenge or something. State law says I can only have 3. So that's what I want to know in the comment section below. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, red subscribe button, click that. Be sure to click that, and then be sure to click the bell. The bell is going to notify you every time I post one of these videos, either in the 30-day challenge or coming up in October or November, going in the future. So I appreciate you watching as always. We'll see ya.